Trunks here good, trunks here good. Anything below this line is a foul. Gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. I want to remind you, protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands. Acuérdese, pelea limpia. Good luck to both of you. God bless you both.
I'm looking forward to seeing Navarrete again. He is exciting, Barry. And when he gets into a roll, my goodness, he lets those punches go.
When he won the title against Dogby, we just thought it was a relatively easy defence there for Isaac, but he was absolutely fantastic. And in return, did even better and got him out of there in the last round and really beat him up. So, yeah, he's gone from nowhere to become a little bit of a mini star.
First time they fought in that final round, Navarrete threw 160 punches. Yes, 160. Elorde, man with the famous name, starts well with a good left hand.
Went down to the body there and come back with a nice little left hook over the top there, Elorde.
If there is a criticism of Navarrete, I guess it's that his style can be a wee bit wild, maybe.
Yeah, well, when he gets you on the ropes and he thinks you're hurt, he literally, his head goes down and his backside goes up and he swings for the rafters.
Elorde making a good start here, been a professional since 2008, but by some distance, this the biggest fight of his career, and he started well. Certainly not phased.
Navarrete just poured him with a jab there, just seeing what comes back. Not really putting much weight behind it yet to let that right hand go.
According to the tape measure and the stats we were given, Elorde, the taller man, but looks to be too much between them, does there? I said Navarrete looks a bit taller to me.
He most definitely is. Sort of left uppercut there from Navarrete.
Elorde has made a few quid already out of the boxing world. He owns a restaurant, businessman, owns a laundrette as well. He's got a degree in restaurant and hotel management. And he's only lost once in 29 fights. And that was an early one in his career. 4-rounder.
Again, he commits himself to the shot, so he didn't land with those two left hooks. They were blocked there by Navarrete, but he really, once he decides to throw, he puts everything into it, and they're sharp, hard shots.
Navarrete not really quite establishing himself so far in this opener.
I think he's starting to find his rhythm a little bit here, though, Navarrete.
Big
lad. At the end of the round.
Big lad for a super bantamweight, isn't he?
He's huge.
Got a bit of a Peaky Blinders haircut.
That's good there from Elorde.
This is a really good opening round for the Filipino. And Elorde makes a very good first 3 minutes. David Hay watching with us here at ringside, and he's going to be pleased with that.
Very pleased. His corner looked very, very, very happy. Now, a lot of people were thinking Navarrete will blast him out pretty conclusively, but after looking at that round, Elorde's come with a good game plan, and you're right, he doesn't look taller, he looks significantly smaller. Maybe he was on his tiptoes when they were doing the measuring. He's definitely a fighter who's got a big heart, and he's going to really put the pressure on. But he's throwing nice little short punches when he gets inside range, and he's getting out of range nice and fast. So he's not in line to taking those big looping hooks that Navarrete likes to throw.
Interesting opening round, to say the least, Barry, and you've got to be giving it to Elorde pretty clearly.
Well, I don't think it was. To be honest, I don't think it was clearly. I think he won the round, but I thought in the end there, I thought Navarrete was establishing the jab and getting a little bit of rhythm to his work at the end of the round. Not enough to win it, but enough to show that maybe he might start bossing things now.
The old black and white photograph we saw there between rounds, Gabriel Flash Elorde. He's the grandson of him is Juan Miguel. Never met him, he died before he was born. Went on to become a successful promoter after he'd won that world title, world super featherweight title, champion between 1960 and 1967. A lot of our older viewers tonight, I'm sure, will remember the name. Getting into this on the back of 19 straight wins, Elorde. Navarrete, of course, the favourite, and huge Mexican support. Canelo Alvarez announced this week to be fighting Sergey Kovalev. Kovalev, who managed to succeed in that tremendous fight against Anthony Yard, which we saw on BT recently. And what an occasion that's going to be with the Mexican invasion for that one.
Oh, good left hook.
Good work from Navarrete.
He landed the right hand, just a combination just before that as well. Just starting to find his range with those long shots now, Navarrete. And again with that short left hook.
Navarrete, as you say, really does commit to the punch when he goes for it. Short left hand again. That's a great shot to the body.
The second right hand was even better, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's the one. And again, a nod of acknowledgement from Elorde. He felt the weight of that.
Beautiful shot.
Solid left hand. He's really stepping in and trying to punish Elorde here, Navarrete. Back comes Elorde, though, with a good left hook of his own.
Well, he's looking to counter Elorde, but he's not blocking any shots, and there's so much weight in the punch for him to throw anything back. Added that with a lack of head movement means, you know, now in this round, now he has found the range there, Navarrete, and it looked like that just at the end of the first, didn't it, when he was establishing the jab. Looks like it's going to be the hard-nosed work that we predicted.
Yeah, he's found his range unquestionably. Elorde's had to give ground. There's a solid left hand there from the Filipino, though.
Yeah, it's a nice little dip down with just dipping that left shoulder down to get the angle for that left hook there. Elorde.
Another body shot, just being told to keep the punches up by the referee, Russell Mora. But we've got a man with us who could certainly punch a bit in his professional career, David Hay, and you appreciated, I'm sure, a bit of the power there.
I love the power there, the single, the heavy-handedness. I didn't see any of that in the first round, but Navarrete really just sort of calmed down, started looking for the opening, the left uppercut, an absolute peach of a punch, really did. His accuracy seemed like he really cranked up. Maybe in the first round he was just warmed into, wanted to shake the arms out. It looked, you know, it really looked like differently, looked completely different level there. Navarrete to Elorde.
Otto Wallin warming up there. Wonder a penny for his thoughts right now, David. And there's Tyson. I think we know the sort of thoughts he's going to be having.
Yeah, he's supremely confident. He's been here many, many times before. He's had many much bigger nights than this. Whereas this is Wallin's, this is his massive fight. This is his big opportunity. He's never been in an arena looked like this. He's never had this much press around him. So, you know, if there's going to be unknowns, it's going to be found out tonight.
And all part of the path he is hoping, and the boxing world is hoping, towards that big rematch against Deontay Wilder. Here we go into the third round. One apiece now, Barry.
Oh, most definitely. Oh, good there from Elorde. Lovely little right hand.
Watch your head, watch your head.
The makings of a very, very interesting fight indeed, this one. Elorde, the older man by 8 years, he's 32.
I think that's what's frightening. Maybe that's what Bob Arum was alluding to, that the fact that Navarrete is only 24 years of age. He's a baby, really, in boxing terms, and you know, showing the power he has now already, and the frame that he could maybe go through the weights.
In his 30th professional fight, he was an early starter like so many Mexican professionals. And look at Elorde getting stuck in here, but that's a great left-hand counter from Navarrete. Stopped him in his tracks.
And he missed with that right hand. For Elorde was lucky there, Navarrete. He threw it from his ankles. again, that uppercut. David was on about in between the rounds. There it is again.
Trying to bully Elorde back.
And you can see what people are on, but there's a crudeness to his work, isn't it? It's effective, Navarrete, but it's sometimes really, really crude.
There's one of the journos was journalist stutters. Was sort of comparing him to Salvador Sanchez. He's a wilder sort of fighter than that, though, isn't he? I mean, Sanchez was a more polished performer, yeah. Oh, great shot! Great left hand from Navarrete, and Elorde did well to stay up from that. He felt that, I think. I think it went down to his boots, and Navarrete knows it.
Still fighting back, though. And do you know what he did as well? Clever there, Navarrete. After he landed that shot, he went right straight down to the body with the right hand.
And his nose is starting to show a bit of damage, Elorde.
Look at the calmness in the expression there of Navarrete.
He's breathing uncomfortably. I wonder if the nose is broken by that tremendous left hand. Oh, good shot again. Powerful body shot from Navarrete.
What he's showing Navarrete that I didn't realise he had in the Dogbay fight is really good reflexes. Sometimes Elorde throws a shot, he blocks and counters really quickly.
I'll tell you what, this round looking like another round clearly for the Mexican. Great shot! He almost goes! Is he going to? He's being given a count by referee Russell Mora. He almost went down. It's the closing seconds of the round, and he looks as though he's about to go. Is the referee going to let him carry on? He is, and thank goodness from his point of view, the bell came.
Navarrete really has got the juices flowing now. His timing's impeccable. He's picking his punches. He's looking down. He's throwing up. When he gets his man hurt, he's looking for the opening. I'd heard so much about it. I'd never seen him live. This young man has got everything's required. Absolutely beautiful. So calm under pressure. When he's under pressure, he's so relaxed. He just really he's absolutely loving it in there.
He's calm with his work, David, but he commits to every shot, doesn't he?
He really does, and I understand why, because he's so heavy-handed with it. You know, can you imagine giving this guy another 2 years, what he's going to be like? I'd be surprised if the referee of his corner let him come out here.
Well, the referee's having a very close look, and is the fight going to be all over, I wonder?
There's no need, this young man going out there.
They're pleading with the referee to allow him to come out. Well, there is only one thing going to happen here, and I fear for what might happen, because he was just about spent at the end of the third, and the corners allowed Juan Miguel Elorde out for the fourth, and this, you would think, oh, great right hand though, great right hand, but is it the last throw of the dice? He's bravely fighting on his gum shield, trying to fire back, but now Navarrete is looking to finish this one, and it's all over. He stopped it, the referee stopped it, he said enough is enough, and that is one very, very exciting fighter indeed. I'd heard plenty about him, I'd not seen him live before in the flesh, but he is somebody who really sets the pulse racing.
That is a bit of a machine. You haven't seen him live before, you will see him live again.
100%. This guy is going to... Sometimes you see a fighter and he's got that something special that one in every 100 champions have. He's got it. Whatever it is, I don't know what it is. He's the same way I used to see Canelo Alvarez when he was younger. I had the same feeling with him, and I got exactly the same feeling.
There's a beautiful rawness about him. That he looks so crude at times, but also there's great patience in his work. He disguises his ability with that crudeness. He actually picks his punches quite well, doesn't he?
He really does. And when he has a man hurt, he didn't rush. He was looking for the right shots and countering it, and actually looking at doubling the impact. It was beautiful stuff.
You remember the big punching South American Valero?
Venezuelan Edwin Valero.
I mean, he was ragged, wasn't he? But he could bang, and this guy's a little bit like that.
He's not as big a puncher as Valero, I don't think, but certainly the rawness in his work is tremendous. And I think it's an absolutely fantastic stoppage. And I know the corner shouldn't have took him out, but it's his world title shot. I think you take him out with the towel in your hand, ready.
Yeah, they gave him every benefit of the doubt there. He can't complain.
And I said,
now.
you know, should he have been taken out? And maybe he should have been taken out, but as he went back in, he went out there and landed a huge right-hander, Elorde.
But let's get this straight. No matter what Elorde would have landed, it would have bounced off Navarrete. He didn't have the firepower. He didn't. He had to go. It was a spirited effort, but the right man, the referee did. It was a compassionate act by the referee. But all that was going to happen was Elorde would have ended up unconscious on the canvas, and that's all that was going to happen.
What Navarrete showed when he won the title, and then obviously defended against Dogby in the return, was he takes a good shot as well. So you've got a guy here who's big at the weight, picks his punches well, puts everything in every shot, can punch and can take a punch. That ticks most boxes you need to become a great fighter, I think.
It really does. As you said, everything you'd want to see in a young fighter coming up, a young world champion, a young man who's looking to do big things. He shows, he ticks every box.
And like you said, and young David, 24
years
with
old.
loads of room for improvement.
That type
he
of
hasn't got advanced strength.
Yeah, that type
Here's
of
Jimmy Lennon.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 26 seconds of round number 4. A referee in charge stops the contest. He is the winner by way of technical knockout, and still the WBO Junior Featherweight Champion of the World, Emanuel El Vaquero Navarrete.
If you've not heard the name before, Emanuel Navarrete, if you've not seen the face before, remember it. He's still the champion, and as you can see, he is a Mexican superstar.